Hello, thank you for joining me again. This is Martyna, and today I'm sharing with you two nature vintage junk journals that I made. But I'm splitting it into two videos, and the video for this one, the Wildflower one, is already up on my channel, so I will link it down below in the description box. And now I'd like to flip through this one. This is the vintage bird one. Both of these journals are available for sale on my Etsy shop. The link is also down in the description box below. Okay, so this is a hardcover journal covered with fabric. It measures 21 centimeters by 15, so it's about, I think, 8¼ inches by almost 6 inches, and it has a 5 centimeter or 2-inch spine. The fabric is this gorgeous muted, like grayish bluish color with these pretty flowers. I called this one a songbird, and you have a definition from an old encyclopedia here for songbirds, and it's in this metal frame from Tim Holtz. You have some book corners. The spine is covered with lace. This was a white piece of lace, so it kind of overlaps the covers a little bit as well. There are some charms inspired by Johanna Klo, so some bits and pieces, charms, beads, buttons, vintage buttons, gorgeous pieces here. Okay, I'm out of focus. Anyway, the bag just plain, and the closure is sari silk that comes through 2 eyelets on the front and back. This is 3 signatures and almost 190 pages front and back. The exact numbers and the exact measurements are also available on my Etsy, in the Etsy listing. So there's a lot going on here, a lot of like seam binding, sari silk, a lot of tabs here, some charms hanging from the sides. Most of these are removable because they are on paper clips, so you can move them or remove them if you don't like them. And I've also left all the threads from sewing hanging because I like the look that they give, but you can just easily trim them off if you don't like them. Okay, so let's open her up. Oh, okay. All right. So inside I have a piece of wallpaper, so it gives a really nice texture. And this is a piece of a vintage doily that I cut. I've sewn it here to make this little pocket. This is a altered journaling card, so a library card with gold foil on the back side, and the front is this collage with some fabric, some cheesecloth. Okay, and each the signatures are sewn to a piece of canvas, so it's a hidden spine, and the canvas has been then glued onto the spine on the inside. All of the signatures start with patterned paper and this pretty lace trim. So there are a lot of book pages. Everything has been tea stained. This is a little tab that I made with some sari silk. A full page Edith Holden pocket. I've sewn the descriptions here, and inside the pocket there is a tag that I made. So different textures here, and a vintage postcard. This says spring here, and and it hasn't been written on, so you can journal on the back. I have a lot of quotes in this journal. I printed them on tea-stained paper. I won't be reading all of them, but for example, this first one says, "The earth loves in flowers." It's by Ralph Waldo Emerson. So gorgeous nature quotes, a lot of bird book pages, all of them vintage. Music sheet. A pocket here with some decorative stitching, lace trim, and some Tracy Fox ephemera inside. A very old book page. This one is from 1920s. Gorgeous book pages. A vintage ledger paper, and a lace and fabric tab that I've sewn here. More book pages. This is from an 1890s book page, so it's very old and pretty. This is tea stain paper that I dyed with some inks. I had some teal, lilac, blues, pinks, so it matches the colors of the journal, and I've sewn around with blue thread to add some decoration. Okay, this is a vintage French book page with some notes in pencil and very cool natural aging to the page. Okay, this is an old encyclopedia and some tag spot. And a little journaling card here, backed on tea stained paper. A vintage address book with very pretty illustrations and journaling space on the back. Another quote here for tea staining on French ruled paper and some collaging on the edges. This flips out. And the middle of the first signature is this gorgeous vintage book page with some poems, some journaling about spring. Again, some collaging, flips out. The other side of the address book. I've made some collages on the book, like the textbook pages, so that you can journal. There's some washi tape, some scraps of paper. Vintage ledger paper. Again, a collage, and some quote. Washi tape. This one says, "If you truly love nature, you will find beauty everywhere," by Vincent van Gogh. The other side of the pocket. Book pages. This is a lace fabric tip-in, so it goes up the other, and it goes up, and this goes up as well. This is a lace trim with gorgeous tiny sequins. More book pages, and this is an envelope that I made from a book page. I decoupaged a napkin over it, added some quotes, some trims, bits and pieces, and a label on the other side, so you can write something over here. And this is this stays closed thanks to this little piece, so you can open this up. There's some cheesecloth here, and inside there is a vintage magazine clipping. So this one is from 1950, and I chose an article about birds, British birds since 1900. So it's 2 pages. You can read it, you can collage it, you know, you can use it for your own journals, whatever you like. I just think it's cool, so I'll put this back here later. And it was just hanging here with this paper clip with sari silk. The second signature, gorgeous pattern paper, again the same lace trim, beautiful wood grain. on the back of that. Another tab that I made, it's quite stiff, and a little key charm on a bob pin through the eyelet. Some more dyed paper, really like how this one turned out. This is a vintage children's dictionary, and I've sewn around the word bird, birds, more different papers. This is lined, some more quotes, another lace fabric tip-in, so this is lace, a cool fabric with gold thread in it, and it goes up all the way so you can journal under it. Some more collaging on the edge. Beautiful book pages. This is border punched and it flips out. More beautiful bird book pages. This here is a tuck spot, so I've tucked a journaling card in here. You have some lace that's been distressed, inked all around, and on the other side I've sewn a piece of tea stained paper so you can journal. Okay, and this is also a little pocket made from printed vellum. I've sewn it here, and you have a tiny tag inside. Okay, some decorative stitching on the edge. This here is a journaling card that I made from scraps of fabrics. This is an image that has been stamped on fabric, some lace, and this is the back, so you can journal here, and it's held by a paper clip with some more sari silk. Okay, cool. And tea staining, more quotes, a pocket here or tuck spot with another journaling card. Okay, is it focusing? Come on, focus. Okay, here we go. So this is what it looks like. A charm here, sari silk, and the back. You can journal here. All right, more book pages. This is from a, I think, TLC Creates kit on Etsy. Lace and fabric tabs sewn here, and a charm hanging from a bob pin. This is handmade paper, so there are some petals, some threads here and there, and it has an amazing texture. More different types of papers. The middle of the second signature is the gorgeous Edith Holden illustration. I just put trims of this tea stained lace here, and it flips out, and you have the whole illustration here. Beautiful. Okay, the other side of the handmade paper, more quotes, a tuck spot here with some Tracy Fox ephemera. This is a tuck spot, and you have a journaling card. Oh, come on. Okay, a beautiful journaling card that's been sewn onto tea stained paper. Right. A fabric ruffle made from the same fabric that I used for the cover. Beautiful book pages. Okay, and this here, it's held by two paper clips because it's quite chunky, but this is a little notebook that I made. I used a gorgeous book page illustration, and on the other side there is a vintage looking postcard, and it is in fact a little notebook, some scrap piece of paper so you can journal here. You can also take this out because it does add a little bulk to the journal. Okay, the other side of the vintage children's dictionary, another tag spot here with another journaling card sewn on to tea stained paper. And this is the end of the second signature. The third signature starts with this beautiful teal paper, and again the same lace trim. So you have some vintage ledger paper, vintage book pages, cool tea staining, and some more lace and fabric. This is stenciling, Edith Holden, some more quotes and vintage book pages, very pretty. More of this dyed paper, pink this time. This is tea stained vellum paper, the address book, some scraps of fabric and lace collaged here and sewn on the edge. Okay, more collaging and quotes, so you can journal here. The middle of the signature is a beautiful illustration from a bird book, and again more collaging and quotes, book pages. A lot of space for journaling in this, I think. This is a piece of very pretty shimmery lace. I'm not sure if you can see this, but it has some shimmer to it, and it's sewn here on the edge. This is the second envelope that I made from a book page. This one is also, I decoupaged a napkin. I used a Nick the Booksmith label here, an image stamped on fabric, and some bits and pieces. And on the back, again some more collaging, and it stays closed because of this butterfly and die cut. So when you open it up, there's some lace sticking out here, and inside I've added another vintage postcard. I love this one, and it's actually been written on the other side, so you also get this gorgeous handwriting. It's amazing. And I think this one is from 1916, so it's so old. Yeah, it's very pretty, very spring-like to me. Okay. And again, it was held here by these, by this paper clip with some tea stain seam binding. More book pages, Edith Holden. This is like a triple pocket. You have two tiny pockets here that have been sewn in, and some flower sticker, a cute little tag, and another cute tiny tag here. And then there's also the pocket here. So I've added another tag that I made. Okay, with some nice textures. And it's held here with this washi tape because it flips out. You have the whole page to journal, and then this journaling space here, and a stamped bird. Okay, some more cool tea staining, more bird book pages, vintage ledger paper, and this is the end. So at the end there's again wallpaper with this amazing texture, and this is a tag spot here, and I've put in here an alteration tag from Tracy Fox with with some washi tape collaged all over it, and it's been just inked on the back, so you can journal here. Alright, and this is the end of the bird journal, the songbird journal. I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and like I said, the flip through of the other journal is already available on my channel. The link is in the description box, and available for sale in my Etsy shop. So have a great day, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.